I genuinely cannot believe how well Rach has done with my hair. Wow, that's insane. What's happening, guys? It is Matt here from Sophisticated Obsession. Hope you are well. Yeah, we are still very much isolated. I have not been able to go out and get a cheeky trim. This was the doing of Rach. Let's not beat around the bush. Today, we're gonna be talking about fashion. In particular, Dior. I've got a couple of little talking points, so I'll jump into my laptop right now. Let's go. We are going to be discussing the new collaboration between Dior and Stussy. In particular, we are going to be looking at the new Dior/Stussy collaboration for the B23 sneakers. I've received these today. I've already had a sneaky little look, but oh my god, they are to die for. Making this collaboration, we have Kim Jones. So who is Kim Jones for those of you that do not know? So Kim Jones is a British designer. He graduated from Central St. Martin's, the likes of Alexander McQueen have graduated from. Kim Jones was the creative director of Louis Vuitton. I'm sure that you have heard of Louis Vuitton. And really what put his name on the map was the collaboration that he did between Louis Vuitton and Supreme. And Jones managed to then fashion a collaboration between the two houses. Once he had then done that collaboration, around about 4 months later, he then resigned and went over to Dior. It's no surprise really that he has gone over to Dior. Dior is actually parented by the company that also runs Louis Vuitton, the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy Group. I'm sure that they have then put some sort of incentive there to keep him in-house. There are also other brands in this group that actually are following a similar trend to what Dior and Louis Vuitton have done in the recent past. One of which, Givenchy. Givenchy has had a really sort of big makeover in the past couple of years. There are other brands in there that I'm probably going to be talking about because I really do think that they are interlinked. We've got Givenchy, Kenzo, Rimowa, Marc Jacobs. They are all owned by this LVMH group. Interestingly, Marc Jacobs was also the creative director of Louis Vuitton before Kim Jones's tenure. When Kim Jones was then appointed the creative director of Dior, this was obviously to put Dior back on the map. One of the main things, and certainly things that I have then seen in his recent collections, has been the marriage between streetwear and also keeping the couture DNA of Dior at the center of Kim Jones's pieces. I didn't study fashion. I'm just a guy that appreciates good clothing. The main purpose, I think, of Kim Jones was to then broaden the appeal of the ready-to-wear collection. First thing that really did catch my eye was, beside the footwear, which we will go into in a moment, but the bags. In particular, the men's saddlebag. Oh my god, I love that piece. It is incredible. I also love the different prints that he's bringing out. Now, the other thing is, in his collections, there is a huge emphasis on tailoring. Tailoring is not dead. Not to Kim Jones. Now, the other thing which we will get into is, of course, his footwear. Probably the first thing that people noticed in his first collection back in 2018. Wow. Has it really been that long? The Chuck Taylors that he then created. So the Dior B23 Oblique Sneakers. Now we get to a rather contested point of view, which is we are in the age of collaboration. Some people say that collaborations restrict a creative designer, or a creative designer hides behind a collaboration. I can understand to some extent that yes, a creative designer does need to then have a very clear vision and also the freedom to then create whatever it is that they envision. The other side of the coin is that collaborations provide creative designers a way of creating something that is out of their comfort zone. We've seen this a lot with Kim Jones. And also we've seen it with other really well-known designers like Virgil Abloh, who also is the creative director of Louis Vuitton. See, it's all linked. Kim Jones seems to just sort of be the master of collaboration. He's done collaborations with Rimowa. He's done a lot of collaborations with artists, which I think are really interesting, such as KAWS, Daniel Arshkin, and the latest one obviously being Shawn Stussy. We've also recently seen the very anticipated Nike Air Jordans, a huge collaboration. First of all, Shawn Stussy. He is a Californian streetwear designer. He didn't actually start out like that. He actually started out as a surfboard manufacturer. Right, and the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's get into the sneakers. Like, as we can see, an absolutely gorgeous box. It's got like a print to it. It almost feels like a leather print. It's not leather, it is cardboard, but it does feel really nice. It does also come with a bag to match in the same sort of print. So let's just slide this off. Stussy's changed his logo. I don't know if that is because he is acting as like an independent now, because he's got his brand, but he's not the creative director of that brand anymore. So I'm guessing that he's sort of remarketing himself. Right. So in the trainers, you then have one dust bag, which then has the Dior logo on there. The dust bag is quite an industrial like feel. It's soft on the inside, like a fleecy sort of feel to it. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is the same sort of shoe that was then unveiled in his first collection. Really, the two main differences is the Stussy B. We first saw it with the reinvention of KAWS, and so KAWS did his artwork. This is then Stussy's version. Just a little fact, the B is actually a little like homage to Christian Dior and his love for gardening. Also, what I've heard is that the B is a sign of strength and masculinity. So that is why it's been put onto quite a few of the male garments. Now, the B has been adopted by quite a few different brands. Like, we've seen it with Gucci. High fashion just loves their insects. This is stitched, which is really nice. It's not like a decal or anything. Also, what we have is then we have the Dior logo that has then been written on in the Stussy calligraphy. I really like this because on the originals, it's got this panel, but this panel is a different color. And it just kind of looks a bit random. I find that this has then given it a bit more of a reason for being there because of then the Dior logo. We also have the original logo here, but this is all whited out. White out? Don't know. And those are the main differences. The other main difference, the price. This has added £90 to an already enormous price tag. So the upper is made of this like mesh type sort of canvas. The back of this is definitely leather. Inside of the tongue also has that really sort of soft leather, like almost like a cowhide type feel, which is really soft. It's got this translucent plastic type sort of feel on the sides and on the heel and at the top. It looks kind of frosted, which just adds another dimension. The canvas, it is slightly see-through, so you might be able to customize this look a little bit with the socks that you are wearing. Now on the sole, we then have more of our insect theme. We also then have at the bottom Dior's logo. Now the sole is very thick. One thing that does concern me a little bit is that I do feel like these are quite delicate. When you are buying a pair of trainers, certainly at this price point, you want to wear them. And I think that you're gonna have to just be a bit careful. Now, with these trainers, you also do get another pair of laces with this, which is excellent. One thing that you can see with the sole is that these are very well padded on the heel. You've also then got Dior's logo on the top. On the bottom of this is incredibly hard, which obviously doesn't yield the most comfortable type of shoe. Really, all of the comfort is coming from this padding, which there isn't much. So I don't think that these are gonna be the most comfortable of trainers that you could purchase. So in terms of the sizing of these trainers, quite a few people have then said go a size down, which is what I did. So usually in like shoes, so Doc Martens, things like that, I'm usually a 7. These I went for in a 6, and these fit perfectly. So I would say that if you are looking to purchase these and you can't then try on maybe the older obliques, I would probably size either half a size or a full size down. One of the things that this does really, really well is you could style these up or down. You could so easily wear these with a suit to then sort of just bring the whole suit to more of like a streetwear type aesthetic. That look is just so popular at the moment. These would work perfectly with a pair of jeans. Really, these are very, very versatile. So that is definitely a really big plus to these trainers. There we go, guys. That is everything. So I hope that you have enjoyed this review. I am wanting to do a few more fashion pieces because I'm really, really enjoying them at the moment. So I am going to be doing one where I'm going to be sort of sharing the looks that I am going to be then trying to style in spring/summer, and also I might release a couple of lookbooks. So if you are really interested in that, please leave a comment down below. Right, guys? That's everything. Hope you have an amazing day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys. Bye.